Good morning, everybody, and a happy Friday morning. I hope your new year is going well. We're going to continue for this week with the one video format, and let's hope YouTube continues to cooperate. We will see, and let's just jump in because we actually have a lot to cover today. Let's jump in and get started, shall we? Let's go. Before we jump in, though, to start with, some more fabulous cards came in the mail and also a package all the way from the UK. Look at this lovely twine. I think that's a UK thing. And then I opened it up and there was fabulous festive Christmas paper. And then I had to rip that off. And then once you got in, then there was another box that you had to open. There was another card, a fabulous card. And then once you got in, it was just amazing. There were two items in there for me. One was this absolutely gorgeous blue and white coronation cup, which now stands with my other items. And the other thing was this gorgeous, I don't know what this is supposed to be, but I know what it's going to be. It's now sitting in my bathroom, and that's what I'm going to be putting my rings in. Thank you so much. All right, let's move on. Let's start off with King Charles, who issued a message of condolence to everybody in the United States following the death of the country's longest living president, Jimmy Carter. He passed away at the age of 100 this past Saturday. For those of you who don't know, he was a former peanut farmer. He only served one term in the White House. He then dedicated his life to charity, and he opted against further medical treatment in February and instead went into hospice. He was a Nobel Peace Prize laureate, and he spent his last days in Plains, Georgia. He was wonderful. He even built houses. I mean, he was all about the charity. I love it. All right, moving on. We all know what a hard worker Princess Anne is, but are you guys aware that this year, Duchess of Edinburgh's secret weapon Sophie matched the number of engagements to the Princess Royal? Unbelievable. Both of them visited 9 countries in 2024. Princess Anne racked up 42,000 air miles, and Sophie did about 28,500 air miles, and they were followed up by Prince Edward, who visited 8 countries. And let's not forget, Sophie is the first royal to visit Ukraine since the invasion. She's been all over it. I love her. That's why they call her Secret Weapon Sophie. All right, let's move on. Princess Catherine, she is going to have her 43rd birthday this year. And after the very difficult year she had, cancer, chemotherapy, she's looking forward to this, next birthday and being healthy and looking forward. Unfortunately, all of her previous birthdays have been tied to Harry and Meghan and their drama. Let's not forget that her birthday is January 9th, and Harry and Meghan decided to announce they were stepping back from royal duties on January 8th of 2020. That was absolutely done intentionally. Then Harry released his book Spare on January 10th, 2023. I mean, that's so obviously done intentionally. Let's not forget that in 2021 also, right before she turned 39, Catherine's birthday was overshadowed by the COVID-19 lockdown. And in 2022, there were fears over the Omicron variant of COVID that also put a stop to a lot of the celebrations. But the point is, every single time she has something major going on, Harry and Meghan pull something. I would not be surprised at all if another announcement came out right about her birthday again. So you guys, mark it down somewhere. You heard it here first. Let's move on. We're going to go back to Earl Spencer, Princess Diana's brother. His wife, Countess Karen Spencer, has come out claiming that Diana's brother kept a long-term mistress and then dumped her, the wife, by text message. Now, that's pretty bad. According to the papers she filed in court, Karen Spencer says that Charles Spencer has been having an affair since 2022 and more likely since 2021 with Kat Jarman, the archaeologist. Now, Kat Jarman is suing her for releasing her MS diagnosis out into the public realm. Now, Earl Spencer has come out and said that Karen Spencer's claims are a, quote, absurd attempt to blacken my name. Well, Dr. Jarman says she's shocked and utterly dismayed and accuses Karen of mounting a hideous and defamatory attack. I can understand she finds it difficult because he's moved on before she did, but the narrative that Charles or I did something wrong here is simply not true. I do have sympathy for her, she says, but let me tell you, you lose them as you find them. And since it's pretty obvious that this woman, Kat Jarman, has been sleeping with a married man and she'll be wife number 4, she should watch herself because the same thing will happen to her, I assure you. Moving on. All right, next up, we're back at this AI-generated Christmas card. There's just so much going on about it because people believe, if you can imagine this one, that Harry and Meghan are actually the ones who made this card, that they put it out to dispel all the rumors about how there are no children or they're using other people's children. I don't believe that. I got to be honest. I don't believe that. I think the Sussex squad did it. And the fact that, and I've said it in my previous video, the fact that Harry and Meghan don't speak out against it shows that they really don't care about misinformation online. But this is not the first time the Sussex squad has done creepy pictures. Remember these? By the way, we were talking about Netflix the other day and something popped up that just caught my attention. Do you see this picture above? You see the shirt with the white buttons and the round pendant necklace, and she's got her hair pulled back, right? Okay. That was filmed the same day that they had their therapy session because she's wearing the exact same shirt while she's sitting there next to Harry, which also happens to be the exact same outfit that they were wearing, and Harry too, when they were in the car. So I think they filmed like one full day and then put it all in. You know what I'm saying? All right, moving on. Let's move on now to Omid Scobie. We know that Omid had help from Harry and Meghan when they did the book Finding Freedom. We know that Meghan lied in a court of law and said she absolutely had nothing to do with that book. And then, of course, Jason Knopf released the emails that clearly showed that she did. And then she goes, oops, sorry, I forgot. Does anybody believe that that woman who dots every I and crosses every T would forget that Omid, that she helped Omid write that book? I doubt it. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I think Meghan lied because she thought that since Jason Knopf was working for William, he wouldn't be able to come forward with the information that he did. So now Omid Scobie writes the other book, Endgame. And in that book, which by the way is very supportive of Harry and Meghan, and it talks about how wonderful their life in Montecito is, and all the criticism is again aimed at the royal family. He goes on to name what he says is the royal racist. Prince Charles and Catherine, can you believe that? The problem is Harry and Meghan didn't want any part of that. They were supposedly entering this new era, focusing on their future. They didn't want to talk about the royal family anymore. They're not doing any more royal family related projects. They were hoping to move forward. And here comes Omid Scobie dragging the whole thing back again. All right, you guys, now I'm going to end this short video by showing you, as I've told you guys, gazillion times, that Meghan has a favorite pose. She's so unnatural. Everything is very contrived and posed. Let me prove it to you. Watch this. All right, you guys, don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe button and the thumbs up to help me with my algorithm. Go down into the description box where you'll find the links to my Twitter, my Gettr, my Rumble, my email, my currently paused Patreon, my Amazon wish list, and my physical address. For those of you who've donated to my coffee fund, thank you so much. And as always, you guys, have a great day.